We are to talk about financing of working capital needs. Now, working capital class is the money that is required, or is the capital that is required by an organization to meet day-to-day operations of an organization. The day-to-day operations of an organization maybe payment of what? Of debtors, payment of what? Payment of creditors, payment of suppliers, and what have you. So there is a certain amount that your organization should be able to maintain so that you meet these capital what? Needs. And working capital can be financed using three broad approaches. The first approach is what we refer to as conservative approach. Conservative approach. And the conservative approach of financing working capital state that working capital is financed using long-term funds. So here, you use long-term what? Funds. Then be aggressive. You finance funds using short-term funds. Using short-term funds. Then the third one is hedging or matching. So using this approach, permanent working capital is financed using what? Long-term funds, while seasonal working capital is financed using short-term funds. So those are the three broad approaches. The three broad approaches of financing working capital. So I want us to have a question. So using the link that we sent, I want us to go to November 2019. Question 2B of CPA. So in this case, you're going to do a CPA question because this concept has never been tested in ATP. So November 2019, question 2B of CPA. So kindly go there.
Yeah, I'm opening it.
Right, read for us that question.
BTC what? See?
ATD November 2019 question 2B CPA.
Yeah, I'm asking for the how do we call it? BTC what?
CPA, TCPA.
There are those abbreviation like for financial management. It is CA32.
Oh, the code, eh?
Yeah, code.
The code is CA32.
CA32.
Yes. The name is Maua Horticultural.
Oh yeah, you know this one is denoted as financial management. I don't know why. Anyway,
CA32, eh? The code for financial management is CA32.
yeah. So it reads, Maua Horticulture Limited runs a flower export business. The company has two sources of funds at different interest rates. The finance cost for short-term funds is 20%, while the cost of long-term funds is 25%. The costs are expected to remain constant in the next 2 years. Following are the project monthly working capital requirements of the company for the year ending 31st December 2020. So required the average monthly permanent and seasonal working capital requirements for the company, the total working capital finance for the company under an aggressive financing policy, conservative financing policy, and the matching financing policy. Thirdly, advise the company on the appropriate working capital financing policy to adopt.
Right. So you have your money. Then you have your working capital required. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and what? December, eh? 35 now. 35 now. 52, 500. 70 down. 105,000. 157, 500. 210 now. 242, 500. 157, 500. 87, 500. 70 now. 52, 500. Right. In this question, the first part, they're asking for the average monthly permanent working capital and the seasonal working capital requirements for the company. So what you do, you first identify the permanent working capital. So you have what to say, permanent working capital. And the permanent working capital is the minimum working capital. This means it is a minimum working capital. So if you go through your information or this working capital requirement for the month of January all the way to the month of December, the minimum working capital is how much? 35,000. 35,000. Therefore, your permanent working capital will be 35,000. Yes.
For 20.
For 20,000, eh?
Yeah.
Then you see seasonal working capital. Working capital is a difference, or normally this working capital is a capital that keeps on doing what? Changing due to change in demand. So it is also known as variable working capital. So it is a difference of your working capital minus your permanent working capital. So that 5 minus that 5 is what? 0.
0.
That 5 minus that 5 is what?
0.
Okay. Much.
$17,500.
17,500. That 5,000. 70,000.
Yeah, 70. 122.
122,500.
Yeah. 122,500 and then 175. 207,500. 122,500. 52,500. 35 and then 17,500. A total of 695, 97,500.
695.
697,500. 697,500.
How much is your total working capital here?
It is 1 million. 275,000. 1,275,275.
Can you confirm this answer again?
I think, and what? Let me check.
No, check that answer again.
$855,000. 855,000.
855,000, right?
Yeah.
Right. So part number 1 of that question. They're asking for the average monthly permanent and seasonal working capital requirements. Average permanent working capital. Say it will be 420,000 divided by 12 months. So that is 35,000 per month there. Average seasonal working capital. Say that is 855,000 divided by 12 months.
$71,250.
All right. Part 2 of that question. The total cost of working capital finance for the company under an aggressive financing policy, conservative and matching financing policy. So let's start with aggressive policy. Now, using aggressive policy, you've said that you will finance your working capital needs using short-term what? Funds. So you use short-term what? Funds. And your working capital needs are for 20,000 for permanent and 855,000, which is what? Seasonal. So you say it is for 20,000 permanent plus 855,000, which is what? Seasonal. And all these is being financed using short-term sources of finance. And the short-term sources of funds are being or have a cost of 20%. The same The finance cost for short-term funds is 20%. So how much is the cost there of this borrowing? How much is the cost?
$255,000.
How much?
$255,000.
255,000, eh?
Yeah.
Conservative policy. Conservative policy. Conservative policy, you use long-term what? We use long-term what?
Funds. Yeah.
The 420,000 plus 855,000. You finance it using long-term funds, which has a cost of 25%. Then give me a minute or also work on hedging. Work on hedging, hedging or matching.
Okay.
So we can start I need to start with the basic kind. Once I need to start with this. Let us start with this one. But you know, I will be expecting to come up with something like that. We rely on the see, you see, why is it the man? So you try to come up with the whole one. So, once I think so we can start. So I'm seeing some people come to so meanwhile, we can go with the worksheet have the one, then you can take those one and answers. Right, now using hedging or matching concepts, the permanent working capital is financed using what? You finance using what?
Long-term funds. Yeah.
Okay.
Long-term and short-term.
Using long-term. Seasonal working capital. You finance using what? Short-term. So you say your permanent will be for 20,000. Your long-term sources of funds are they 25%?
Yeah.
Plus 855,000 times 20. How much is that?
It is 701,250.
How much?
701,250.
701,200 and what?
For the short term, it is 20%, and 20%, not 25. Short term.
Well, it's 20%.
Yeah.
Short term is 20%.
Yeah, it is 20%. For the long term is 25.
25, eh?
Yeah.
I think that is what you've written, eh? See now?
Yeah. Now umeinterchange hapo chini kwa heading.
You know, using permanent, you use long-term funds. Seasonal, you use short-term funds.
That one is 318,750. 318,750.
This one is 318. 750. Let's confirm the other one, Ngapi.
Which one? The total ilikuwa 701,250.
Which total? He.
Yeah.
I confirm that answer again. Is it possible you have a working capital need of 1275 and your cost of borrowing is 701? It is very, very high. It is more than 50%. Confirm that answer again.
$276,000.
276,000. Someone? Up to that point, any question?
No.
Let's go to working capital cycle. Working capital operating cycle. Say the working capital operating cycle is a period of time which lapses between
Which
lapses or ends, which lapses or ends between when the cash is spent in production, when the cash is spent in production, and when customers pay, for the goods, i.e., it is a time it takes to convert raw materials and the organization to be paid. For sales they have made, or for sales made. The total working capital operating cycle involves and will include purchase of raw materials, conversion of working
I have lost you. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
average raw material holding period. This is the time it takes. The time it takes for the raw materials to remain as inventories, before being used. Before being used. Before being used is equal to average raw materials divided by raw material used. Times number of days. Times number of days. Times number of days. Number 2, time taken to produce goods. Time taken to produce goods. This is average work in progress conversion period. Conversion period. Conversion period. We say it is a time taken to use the work in progress. To use the work in progress. Or to convert raw materials to work in progress. Or to convert raw materials to work in progress. It is the average work in progress divided by cost of production or cost of sales then times number of days. Times number of days.
A question.
Yes.
So work in progress are those that are ready, are raw materials that are ready for sales.
No, so the goods that are being processed that are not yet complete.
In progress to be sold.
Yes. So when they are complete, they will be sold. They are not completely finished goods.
Oh yeah.
Yes, they are incomplete, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. Number 3. Finished goods conversion period. Finished goods conversion period. Say it is the time it takes to finish goods. The time it takes to finish goods. Average finished goods divided by cost of sales times number days times number of days times number of days. The next one is the collection period. Collection period. Collection period is the time taken by customers to pay for the goods sold. To pay for the goods sold. Time it takes for suppliers to be paid by the organization. For suppliers to be paid by the organization, which is the average creditors payment period. There is number of what? Days. same. The creditor's amount or the creditor's payment period. The creditor's payment period. The creditor's payment period reduces the working capital operating cycle. The working capital operating cycle. The working capital operating cycle. So I have the following question down. Have the following question. The following data relates to a manufacturing entity. Turnover for the year. Turnover for the year. Just before that, just a minute. Have your table item. Beginning. And the ending. inventory, accounts receivable, accounts payable, sales, cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold, right? The next one is on 20 hours. Required. Compute the operating and cash conversion cycles. The operating and cash conversion cycles, assuming the year has 360 days. Assuming the year has 360 days. Right. So when we talk about the working capital operating cycle, it basically is the time it takes for the company to convert its raw materials, if it is a manufacturing company, to finished what? To finished goods, and also to sell that finished goods, so they receive income and pay their who? Their suppliers or their who? Creditors. Their suppliers or their creditors So it starts by converting of what? Of raw materials, then goes to converting of work in progress, finished goods, then you receive for your debt from your debtors, and you pay your who? Creditors, and you pay your creditors. So we can start with the first part of that question. They have not told our average inventory. They have it there, or the inventory at the beginning is 17, and at the end is how much? 15. So we can be able to identify the average. So let's start by identifying. Now they have not told us on raw material. They've also not told us on work in progress. So we can start with finished goods. So this company is not a manufacturing entity. It is instead an non-manufacturing entity. Manufacturing entities are the ones that start with raw material.
Yes.
Non-manufacturing start with finished goods. So we can start with finished goods conversion what period, and you say it is your average finished goods you divide by what? Your cost of sales times number of what? This times number of this. Your average finished goods will be your opening of 17,340 plus your ending of 15,960, then all that divided by 2. How much is that?
16,650.
16,650. 16,600 and what? 50. So therefore, your finished goods conversion period will be your average finished goods of 16,650 divided by your cost of sales. Your cost of sales is the same as your cost of goods sold, which is how much? 92,000. Then you multiply by your number of days in the year and the number of days during the year. Are they saying it is 360?
Yeah.
How much is that?
5.15.
How much?
65.15.
0.15. It's 65.15 days. The next one is our debtors. So we say your average debtors collection period will be your average debtors divide by credit sales times number of what? Again, we can identify our average what? Debtors, our receivables. Our debtors are also known as receivables. We'll say it is 42 to 40 plus 37 to 50 divide by 2.
Get 39, 745.
7?
45.
So your average debtors collection period will be 39, 745 divide by your credit sales. Have they told you anything on credit sales? No. Instead, they have told us your net sales are 20,000. So we assume everything was sold on credit.
Yeah.
Unless they have told you specifically kuna credit sales, where they are silent, assume everything was sold on credit.
So it is 119.
1?
119.235 days. 35.
119 point?
235. Yeah, it is
I've
okay.
rounded off to 2 decimal places.
Yeah.
Then your next one is your average creditors payment what? Period. So it is you paying your creditors. And you say it is your average what? It is your average what?
Creditors.
Creditors. You divide by credit what?
Purchases.
Times number of what? Things. Your average creditors. Say it is also known as your what? Are also known as your who?
Payables.
Your payables. Say it is 35,510 plus 27,370 divided by 2.
That one 440.
How much?
That 1,440.
That's 1,440.
40.
So your average creditors payment period would be 31,440 divided by your credit purchases. How much are your credit purchases?
20. Is it 120 or?
How much are your credit purchases? How much are your credit purchases? How much are your purchases?
Do we need to compute?
Confirm that answer again.
Do we need to compute something?
Confirm that answer.
Which one?
That answer you're giving me of credit purchases.
I haven't given the compare any.
But how do you determine your purchases? You say your sales is given by opening what?
Inventory.
Huh?
Opening inventory, stock.
Or inventory plus
Purchases.
minus
Closing stock.
your sales we sold 120,000. Your opening stock of finished goods was 17,340. You did not have any purchases, or that is what you're determining. Minus your closing of how much? 15,9 what? 60. So how much is your purchases? How much? How much are your purchases?
29,380.
20?
Ma-
How much again? 99? How much? How much?
Yeah.
So how much? How much?
I got 92, not 29,380.
The purchases are 29,380.
Yeah, I just equate everything with the cost of sales. So nika work from behind.
Wasema ni ngapi tena?
29,380.
This should have been 92 around the cost of sales, not the sales. Cost of sales. Alright. Adjust that. Use the cost of sales, not the sales. Eh?
Yeah.
How much is your purchases?
I'm getting 9620.
9620, yeah?
Yeah. So you say that your average creditors collection period would be 31 for 40, 9620 times your number of days, and your number of days, or how many days? 60. How much is that? $124.8.9. 124.9. Yeah.
Right. Are they asking for the operating cycle?
Yeah.
The operating cycle will be your debtors collection, your finished goods collection period or conversion period, plus your average debtors collection period, minus your average creditors payment period. It would be 65 15 plus
59.49.
How many days again?
59.49.
That is how you deal with what? That.
Yeah.
So then you can look for a different question. So this is one of those topics Castleb really loves. If you go to December 2021, December 2021, are you there in December 2021?
Yes.
Now, if you look at the information you've been given, the following information relates to that limited as of 31st December 2019 and 2020. We have the closing stock of finished goods.
Question number?
Question 5C. December 2021, question 5C.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yes, sing. The following information relates to X-Life Limited as of 31st December 2019 and 2020. You have your closing stock of finished goods, your accounts receivables. Total sales for the year were 20 million. From past experience, 80% of the firm sales are on credit. This trend is not expected to change in the foreseeable future. The cost of sales for the firm for the year 2020 was 10 million. All purchases are usually on credit. Assume that a year has how many weeks? 52. They want you to determine your working capital cycle in weeks for the year ended 31st December 2021.
20.
So if you notice, that question is almost similar to what we've done.
Yeah.
And that question has been repeated in May 2021, question 2B. May 2021, question 2B. Go to May 2021, question 2B. Are you there?
Yes.
The following balances were extracted from the year, from the books of that. You have the finished goods at the beginning and at the end, the accounts receivable, the accounts payable. The farm sales and cost of sales are 20 and 15 million. 80% of the farm sales are on credit, all purchases are on credit. As in the 360 days. The farm's working capital operating cycle for the year. All right, let's go to May of 2019. Question 5C. May of 2019, question 5C. May 2019. Question 5C. Baraka Limited has provided the following forecasted financial information for the year ending 31st June 2019. Sales, all of them are on credit. The average trade receivable is also there. The finished goods is there. The work in progress is there. The raw materials is there, and your trade payables. Gross profit margin is 25% of sales. Raw materials is at 80% of the cost of sales. All purchases are also made on credit. Assume that the calendar has 365 days and that inventory levels are constant throughout the year required. The raw material holding what? Period. Holding period, is your average raw materials. You divide that by the raw material used. Times number of days. Your average raw material was 300. Divided by, actually, you average the same raw materials at 80% of cost of what? Sales. Have they given you the cost of sales?
No.
But they're saying the gross profit margin is 25% of what? Sales. So that means the cost of sales will be how much? 75% of what? Of sales, yeah?
Yeah.
How much is that?
$5,400.
How much?
$5,400.
5,400, yeah?
Yeah.
But out of these, your raw materials are 80%. $8 of 5,400. How much is that?
$43.20.
How much?
$43.20.
43.20.
Yeah.
43.20. So your average raw materials was it 300, yeah?
Yeah.
Divided by how much was used? 43.20 times the days zilikuwa ngapi? 360. Meaning ngapi?
25 days.
20?
25. Oh, 365. Sorry.
How many days are those?
25.35.
25.3.
5.
The next one is your trade payable what? Days, yeah? So this is your average what?
Creditors.
Creditors, yeah?
Yeah.
Payment period, which is your average creditors. Divide by your credit what?
Credit sales. Purchases.
Purchases times number of what?
Days.
Your credit, your purchase is the same. The gross profit is that the raw materials are 80% of sales. All purchases are also made on credit. How much are your purchases? How much are your purchases? Get for me your purchases.
Is it 260?
60?
260.
The 260 are in on the trade payables.
Yeah.
Trade payables and purchases are two different things. How much?
Let me compute. Did we have a stock?
And saying your raw material balance held.
I'm getting 1500.
1500?
Yeah.
What equation have you used?
Sales minus the cost of sales
Is equals to plus and as what? The cost of sales of 43.20. See now,
Yeah. Yeah.
have they given you your opening stock? Have they given you your opening stock?
No.
Have they given you your purchases is what you're looking for? But they're telling you the balance here is how much? Is it 300?
What?
Your raw materials held, the balance.
Yeah. 300. Yeah.
How much is your purchases? How much are your purchases then? Is that 46.20?
4620.
Your average collection creditors payment period will be how much are your average creditors? 260
Yeah.
times 365. How much is that?
20.54.
How much?
20.54 days.
The next one is your work in progress. Conversion period, which you know is your average work in progress. Divided by your cost of sales then. Times number of days. Your average work in progress is 700.
Yeah.
Your cost of sales is 43 times 365. How much is that?
59.14.
How much?
59.14.
Finished goods holding period. You say it is your finished what? Average finished goods. Divided by what?
Cost of sales.
Is number of days.
Yeah.
Your finished goods, tumeona ni ngapi? 400,
Yeah.
divided by 65.
That is 3.7.8.
3.8 days. Average deltas collection period. Your average deltas say your average deltas are they 612?
Yeah, 612.
Divided by your credit sales, which are 72 times number of days, 365. Then ngapi?
At 1.025.
The collection period say 25.3 plus 29.15 plus 3.8 plus 31.05. Then your creditors you subtract 20.5. These are those. How many days are those?
$68.75.
16?
8.75.
That is how you deal with what? With that, eh?
Yeah.
Up to that point, any question?
No.
Right.